Good morning, guys. We have a full packed house in this truck. I didn't expect it, but I'm all about it. So we are having a good time today with the new Smyrna Beach Fire Department. So I'd like to welcome Chief Delgado in the truck this morning, along with, I'm going to mess it up. I asked him how to pronounce his last name. Adam, please tell me, Lieutenant, how do you pronounce your last name again?
Sawri.
Sawri. So I have Chief Delgado and Lieutenant Sawri in the vehicle with me with the new Smyrna Beach Fire Department. Thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So this is results one. I'll give you guys the quick layout. We are live. We're streaming on YouTube. We are on clickorlando.com and News 6 Plus, our smart app. This is results one. So this was created about 2 years ago. And I was like, guys, I want to keep doing what we're doing, but I need to get out of the building. I'm a trooper. I need to get back out there. So we created this. We have 9 cameras streaming around this. Everything is pretty much kind of controlled here and down here by the shifter. We have Penny, our producer, listening to everything, and she's controlling everything right here. So this is what it looks live on people's TV right now. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
I get to get out of the building. There's so many reporters all the time are like, Steve, how do you get this? And I'm just like, go become a cop for 15 years and then come into news and you can do crazy stuff. Yeah. So you guys are with the fire department out here. Have both of you spent your entire careers with New Smyrna Beach?
No.
No?
Yes.
Yes. Chief, how long have you been in the fire industry?
I started in 1997.
Okay.
With the city of Ocala, and then I worked for Marion County, and then I came over here.
How long have you been chief?
I have been the training chief, division chief, for almost 2 years now.
Enjoying it?
Yes. There's a lot of challenges. Like you said, I look for the opportunities to get out of the office.
Right.
It's not my passion. It's not why I got into the fire service, but this is kind of the best of both worlds because I get to do a little bit of both.
Right, because you get to have the fun of being involved, but the control of knowing that your ideas are implemented.
Right.
I understand you
Yeah.
so much, Chief. Lieutenant, you've been with New Smyrna the whole time?
Yes. I'm just shy of 10 years right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, wow, promoted quick.
Yep.
Yeah. And a PIO at that.
Yeah.
So I got to ask, because there's so many people that when you become a PIO, I spent 3.5 years as a PIO for the Highway Patrol. Okay. And it's like, people are always like, why do you want to do that? I know my reasons behind it. Why'd you get into it?
For me, largely, it's just being able to highlight our guys and what we're doing and show the community what it is that we do and how we can be of assistance. And I love highlighting our guys in good moments and saying this is what we're doing. And then, of course, there's the side of saying this is what's going on. Like, we got a storm coming and we got sandbags, or this accident happened, so watch out for traffic in this area, that kind of thing. So you get to obviously inform the public just by the name and give them the information that they need to be able to make decisions for their day, but also just love highlighting our guys doing good stuff.
I always found it's kind of cool when you want to get into public service and then you get to wear the patch and speak for the patch. There's a lot of responsibility that comes with it, but there's a lot of things you can do for the department when you enjoy something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I knew I wanted to do it just because you see sometimes people that are speaking for the agency and you're like, maybe I can do better than that. And then you try and then they retire or whatnot and you move on. So huge shout out. I always give it whenever I'm talking about public information. Lieutenant Kim Montez with the Highway Patrol. She retired. She's the reason I am. And she came out of retirement and now is a captain with the Osceola County Sheriff's Office. I'm like, she goes, the cats were boring me, so let me get back into doing things. So you guys here, large fire department, full service. You guys are a beach fire department, which brings so much more into the aspect of what you guys do. Before we get into the reason why we're here, you guys are actively hiring. You guys are constantly looking for highly qualified candidates. Chief, talk to me a little bit about the type of candidates you guys are looking for and the training you guys go through here.
So my position was new. It started with me. So it's kind of been, as the deputy and fire chief told me, it was a clay that I was allowed to mold for what I wanted it to look like.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's been a challenge in getting to learn what I want, but seeing as how I started, I went to the State Fire College back in 1995, so there were definitely higher standards. Things have changed throughout the years, so what I want is, training so you're physically fit, you're the camaraderie, you can get along with others. There's just a nationwide shortage of quality people to fill the job that we have. We have a responsibility to take care of our citizens, to give them quality care, and to be active and participate in so many different aspects of this job. And it's, we do medical, we do physical. So presently right now, we just had one of our largest hiring classes that I had.
Kind of historic, right?
Yeah. So what I've learned is that we kind of, beg and borrow from other departments, and you don't have to rewrite history in a sense. So I kind of molded the 8-week program to our 10 guys that fit our department and like our needs. We have a boat, like you said, we have the beach. So yeah, I have a cadre of instructors that help me along the way, and I get ideas from them. They have, different skill sets, because it's not just me, right? I don't know everything. So I depend highly on them.
I love it.
I think that kind of answered your question.
No, that was great, because you hit on so many things, but I think that there's so much more that's not on paper, if that makes sense. So like, you look at these application process, it's like, okay, cool, I meet what they want. Why aren't they hiring me?
Right.
But you're looking for the right people to fit in the right spot, not necessarily just because they met on paper.
Right.
Do you follow instructions? Can you lead a group even though you're not wearing a title?
Right.
Can you work amongst your peers and get a mission done? Is your personality kind of what you're looking for? When you said the word camaraderie, it kind of linked right into why we're here.
Right.
Yeah. So you guys, many years ago, had a tragic incident here in New Smyrna where you guys lost two heroes.
Yeah.
And you've started to do something to remember them.
Yes.
Talk to me about it.
Yeah, September 1991 there was an accident that the fire that took the lives of two of our guys, and that happened at a restaurant. It's called Stormy's restaurant on the North Causeway, and so Chief Delgado took it upon herself to create a thing that's going to be able to boost morale, to have people involved with it, and be able to be a part of history, to be a part of something, and also to be with people. And now that kind of bloomed into, well, why are we just doing it with ourselves? Let's bring other people in and invite the community and to be a part of this thing, and so they can see the firefighters that serve their community, serve this community. So she brought this thing, and it's turned into something pretty cool.
Every training group always does their runs together and stuff like that, but Chief, you want to make this kind of a permanent thing now.
Yeah.
So this morning you guys had your inaugural kickoff to it, right?
Yeah.
So what is it exactly?
So again, I want to give credit where credit's due. So with the cadre of guys that I have, when I was still on the road as a lieutenant, my driver at the time, Dylan Semstrott, he brought it up to me, and he was like, hey, PD does a run, they do their thing together, and would be really great for the citizens to see us running to Stormy's, because that obviously was a historical and tragic event for our community. And I was like, oh, that's great. At the time, I was a training coordinator. The division chief wasn't a position yet, and so I said, yeah, we really need to do this, because on top of it, it showed the importance of why we need to be physically fit for our department, because it's a little bit of brain and brawn nowadays. There's a lot. We do a lot of advanced medical skills that a lot of people don't realize that we do. But when the alarm goes off and it's for a structure fire or a motor vehicle accident, we have to be prepared for those, types of events also. So this gave us a good opportunity to get everybody together to see, hey, we're physically fit. Even this old lady at 50 is still doing this with you guys, and then we talk.
Okay, I got to pause, Chief, because when I first walked out here and met her, she looked like she'd run circles around me. and she put boxing gloves on, I'd be done. So don't.
Yeah, thanks.
She's like, oh, these guys are firefighters. I am a morning newscaster now. No longer out even taking anybody to jail. So you guys now are opening this as like a community building
Yeah,
event.
because it is for us too. So it gives us an opportunity at different ranks,
Okay.
to talk amongst each other, what's going on, build morale, but also a reminder of, the two that we lost in that event. And then, so our citizens and community, like the gentleman that was running with me this
Yeah.
morning, he used to be a driver here, and he knew those two guys.
He
So-
said he retired back in 04?
No,
Or 2014?
14.
Yes.
Yeah. And so he and I are good friends, and I was so happy to see him this morning because we talked about it the whole way. And
I love
that's
it.
the purpose of it. So we passed the citizens
like
along
therapy.
the way. It is. Yeah.
Right?
And that's what
It
he
is.
said. He was like,
Absolutely.
just don't forget about those guys. And, we had another guy that we're going to, that passed also prior to them. But it's a good way for everybody to talk about things and, like, remember.
Right, gave me the chills. I'm just thinking
Yeah.
about, like, it's why do I have this truck? So many people. It's like, so I can come out and tell these type of stories. It's people's lives are never forgotten within the first responder world, and I think it's absolutely an amazing thing. So this is going to happen now every Friday, 8 o'clock in the morning.
8:30 is start time. So that
So
way guys
8
come in
o'clock.
on shift.
Get here at 8 o'clock and 8:30. So let's take the route.
Okay.
So you guys are going to start here at City Hall.
City Hall.
Yep. Yep.
So basically at this beautiful park,
Right.
right across the way here. So New Smyrna Beach City Hall is where you guys would start every Friday. 8:30 in the morning is run start. So get here a couple minutes early so you're
Right.
not sprinting to catch up.
Yeah.
And then where we're going.
Yep, we're gonna make
Hang
the
a
left right here. Make
All
the U.
right. We'll head on out of here. Check this thing out. This morning, how many people did you guys have?
We had, we also had, there's union, and those are important things that are
Of
going
course,
on this
yes.
morning. So I did get a lot of people that are like, Chief, sorry, I'm not going to make it this morning.
That's
So-
fine. That's
So
fine.
it was good because we had some people along the way that were like, they saw us and they kind of knew what was going on. So
Turn
yeah,
right.
you're going to take a right here.
Cool. And they saw you guys meeting up. They're like, hey, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, and I mean, and even when Lieutenant Sawri put it on Facebook, I was amazed by how many
Yeah,
people
a lot of
liked it. I was like,
response.
oh my God, this is taking on.
This is cool.
Yeah, that was like really an encouraging moment to look at that and go, hey, this is a thing we're doing, and if you want to join us, that's great. And
Right.
see so many people said, oh, we saw you. I wish I would have known earlier.
Like what exactly
Yeah,
they
like,
were
what's
doing.
going on? I want to be a part of it next time. And
You're
so-
almost motivated to run more
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because of why you're running, kind of
Yeah. So we had like 8 people that day, and then the citizens that were walking or running along the way, and they saw that we saw you, we waved, and
That's cool.
yeah. So I was kind of like, oh, this is cool. They get to see us out and know that we're doing it together, and now they get to understand why we're doing it. And
So I'm sure when you guys are having your recruit classes, they'll be joining every Friday.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. And so some of those guys, they've already begun showing up, and that's why I made it the 8:30 start time, so that when everybody's getting off shift and they're
Yeah.
swapping stations, that they have the opportunity to get there and show up and be a part of it. So
Ah.
we run all along.
The trail here.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
North Causeway, and we have this running path on our right, the south side of the road. And as we go up, this is like a really common thoroughfare for the city.
Yeah, it looks
A lot
well
of traffic.
maintained. Yeah, I've driven this road.
Yeah,
A million times.
And we have our drawbridge, famous drawbridge. Not many of those left. As you go up the path here, by our city marina and run along the intercoastal and see the boat ramp and all that. And then as we get a little further on, we'll find the location where Stormy's used to be. And currently, it is under construction because it's going to be some townhomes, as I understand, and maybe
Okay.
some businesses or something. I'm not positive. Do you have a better understanding of what's going to be there?
I think it is. I mean, the property sat for some time, but now they're starting construction, which
Okay.
even more so is a good opportunity. I'd like to see some kind of memorial, put there for the two, because it is, a big part of.
I don't think that's a big ask,
No, and I know that the city is very positive about remembering those two and supporting our guys. So
Yeah, we're going to come up here on the right. We have the Island Roasters Coffee, very popular
Kind
local
of a
hangout.
staple here.
it's
Yep,
a
and then-
staple for the citizens,
And
and
this
then.
structure, the fencing around it right
Yeah,
here.
so if you take a right here, this is where we kind of stop, and this morning we talked about how the building was situated, where the guys were, like the nighttime, just kind of painting the picture of what it looked like. And even when we do this with the recruits, we talk about it, the importance of staying together, the importance
Right.
of being fit, which is about knowing your crew, knowing your weaknesses, but the same thing in life that the citizens can join in and understand, you know, hey, we're all kind of going through it.
I commend you guys for doing something like this, because it's not often where first responders would share the vulnerability of what they're going through and how they're dealing with it, and open up that therapy moment to the community.
Yeah,
usually we just deal with this stuff within amongst our own, or don't deal with it at all.
Right.
And to come out here and constantly talk about it, I think it presents a reminder for when those younger guys are out on the scene and they're like, man, we talked about this last Friday.
And just how much right now that mental health is so on the forefront of the mind of everyone in the country, right? That we talk about that a lot, and in this field, it's present. You know,
100%.
Having things that you'll never unsee, and the stress that you carry with you, and from, you know, tragic moments that we're memorializing with this. Like, so we always say, get help, talk to somebody about it, don't bottle it up, and so this
or come for a run.
Provides a time to be able to do that. Like, we know what this is about. We're doing this for a reason. It's exercise, but it's not purely exercise. It's to honor a moment, and so it kind of opens up that idea of, hey, look, this is a moment I can talk.
Right.
I think people expect it, so it gives you that maybe a little bit more ease to speak about something like that.
Well, and to come out here and to continue to talk about it, you almost build a relationship with someone you might not know in the department.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just because, and you know, some recruit or brand new guy, 2-3 years, all of a sudden they're seeing the chief out there, or from different divisions, or the entire department's chief, or maybe an elected official shows up, and it begins to create. Come on, like, let's be real. You guys are New Smyrna Beach. There is a hometown feel to working and even living out here. I live in Lake Mary, and my wife and I are in New Smyrna Beach 2 to 3 times a month, just because we love it out here. And I think that is such a great. I don't know. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. I love you guys.
Yeah, we get to work where people vacation.
Yeah.
We say that all the time. You know, you go over the bridge and just go, this is paradise.
Yeah.
Think about when people first settled here and they see this area, they go, oh, we're going to stay here. You know, that's where we get to work. And
you kept the feel. You definitely kept the style. So, you guys have active social media.
Yep.
How can people follow you guys, keep up to date with information, not only with the department, but on this run?
Yeah, we have, I'll be posting all this stuff on, you know, Facebook and Instagram is our 2 primary places that you can find us. It's just for City of New Smyrna Beach Fire, and you can find us there and try to keep up to date with anything that's pertinent for the community and stuff like this. We'll be posting about it to let you know that it's happening, so you can kind of have a reminder, a visual reminder there on your feed. And as far as hiring, that kind of thing, you go to the city website, City of New Smyrna Beach, or cityofnsb.com. It has all of the information that's going to be there. So put your applications in. We'd love to see from you guys, and come on out and visit us with a run and watch Chief Delgado kick your butt in this run.
Man, you took the line out of. I was going to be like, and then Chief can run circles around you during the training academy, and then you can meet everybody on Fridays at 8:30 in the morning. Guys, I really appreciate you taking some time out of your morning. Let me drive up here to New Smyrna, highlight you guys. Weather out here way better than it was in Orlando this morning. I'll tell you that. I was a little worried driving out here. I go, they're going to cancel on me.
Oh, I know. I thought it was going to rain this morning too. I heard it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I woke up. I get up at 2 a.m. Monday through Friday to be at the office just before 4, and it rained all the way to drive in. I'm like, this is not going to be good. The radar just showed it, and then I was over here. I got a little closer off of 44, and I was like, oh wait. Of course, it's New Smyrna Beach. It's going to be nice. So, guys, give them a follow on social media. This story will be hot and exist over at YouTube. Watch it. Come on out next Friday, 8:30 in the morning. Their run kicks off here at New Smyrna Beach City Hall. Get out here a little bit early, shake hands, meet some folks, and have a good conversation. Appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We'll see you